Very good morning. It's 10:41. This is Britain's Newsroom.
So campaigners are calling on the Chancellor to grant a list of promises, over planned changes to council tax ahead of the October 30th budget.
That's right. So currently a person can qualify for a 25% discount if somebody lives alone or with someone who has dementia.
Critics fear these discounts that benefit the elderly in particular could be scrapped in the budget.
What a surprise. Anna Riley spoke to a pensioner about what such a measure would mean for them. Here she is.
We'll have a big bite. That's nice, isn't it?
Derek Brown cares for his wife Margaret in their Northallerton home. Margaret can no longer walk and struggles to talk due to dementia.
When she forgets your name and when she looks at you as if, who are you? Thank you, Margaret. That's really hard. And the first time it happens, it's like a knife going in you. It really is. The person you've been married to for 15 years doesn't know who you are. And it really, really hurts. But in time, you learn to live with it. You learn to blame the disease.
As one of the 900,000 people with dementia in the UK, Margaret's exempt from paying council tax, and so Derek qualifies for a 25% discount. But he fears the cost should the reduction be scrapped.
We're losing the £300 heating allowance. And the average price, the average value of the council tax discount is just over £500 a year. So the government are talking about taking away £500 from people who've got dementia. How are they going to survive?
Campaigning for those with dementia and their carers, Derek pressed for a change in the law to backdate council tax discounts for those with the disease. Now he's fighting for the allowance to remain.
I think the government are hammering people with dementia again. People with dementia have to have the heating on. They have to be at over 21 degrees to keep the houses warm. They're not mobile, same as everybody else. Margaret's in a bed, in the lounge. So she needs the heating on all the time. Why should I have to cut down on the meals? Why should I have to watch when I'm washing Margaret's clothes? Why should I have to do that in order to satisfy a political objective?
Chancellor Rachel Reeves will set out the budget on October the 30th. She said it will involve difficult decisions on tax, spending and benefits. Anna Riley.
Honestly, Anna Riley, thank you for that. It's just awful what people do. I was nearly crying watching
But there's at least 950,000 people in this country with dementia. Many of them are at home with carers. My mum did that for my dad, and in the end he was bedridden and he couldn't speak. It was just awful, and he didn't know us. You'd get the odd word out of him. Oh,
don't tell me this Labour government are kind. Don't tell me the left have got the monopoly on kindness. I'm not buying it anymore.
And remember, one of the things they've dropped, there's no plans for social care. There's no package for social care. They've dropped it.
No one talks about it. Just don't talk about people like that. Thank goodness for GB News that we can show you people like that.
Those people with dementia don't have a vote, do they?
They don't have a vote. No, it's just...
Well, they do, but they can't exercise it because they're not capable.
Yeah.
And I don't know, actually, if they can have a proxy. I don't know what the law is.
Susan, morning, Susan, has said, Bev and Andrew, can you please get the powers that be to send a copy of this heartbreaking clip and council tax to Rachel Reeves, please. It's very upsetting to think about that dreadful woman. What would you think?
She's getting so many nicknames. Rachel Reeves, Rachel Freeze, as in freezing the pension.
I've never known a pair of leaders whose names lend themselves to the nicknames like those two.
Well, I mean, you think about Keir Starmer. Two-tier Keir, free gear Keir.
Free gear Keir, yeah.
That's sticking.
Paula said, imagine our weak government. Imagine our government being advised by 8,000 people like Nigel Nelson. Now stop imagining it. That's the reality.
8,000 people like Nigel Nelson?
Being advised by 8,000 people like Nigel Nelson. I don't know where he got the 8,000. There's only one Nigel Nelson.
And we do love Nigel Nelson. I suspect Nigel Nelson, rather, now he has to defend this Labour government. I think he probably enjoyed attacking the Tory government because it was easier. Yeah, well, you can see it in the eyes. When we sit here on this desk and we get our lefties in, who we love, and they sit down and you see them before we have our debates, there's like a... Disappointment.
See in their eyes.
But, you know, I go to the Commons once or twice a week and I talk to MPs, I can sense it. I mean, the Labour conference, I won't forget, you would have expected the move to be triumphant, joyful, back in power after 14 years. there was a sense of real dejection because they couldn't believe that this government had got themselves in such a mess over winter fuel and the freebies.
And just to be clear, I mean, Andrew might feel differently to me, but I don't wish this government ill. I don't want to see Labour do badly. I don't feel party political in that way.
They dragged the country down with us.
But that's the issue, is I don't take any satisfaction in the fact that it's the Labour Party that are managing to completely mess everything up, but I wanted them to do well.